All right, well, welcome everyone to our village board meeting for today's Tuesday, March 10th. Such a beautiful day out there. I'm sorry to have to drag you in, but I think we have a lot of great things to cover, and I'm glad you're all here. I'd like to lead off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't get to stand here often. So today is a special day. It's a special day when we get to recognize all the people that work for the village. March 6th was Employee Appreciation Day. I put it in my newsletter that, how much we appreciate everything that you do, not only you guys, but the people up here, and the people in the offices here who work every day on behalf of the village. I know some of you already had a very long day. For those who don't know, we had a severe water break this morning. These guys were out bright and early. Down in the trenches, digging holes, finding pipes, taking pipes, highway water, working together, doing all the great things that we need to do here in the village. These are the people, our highway, our water, and our wastewater department, who are really behind the scenes, the silent staff that shows up every day. They don't get a snow day, right? They come to work. They're essential employees. They come to work every day, regardless of what we need to do, and help provide the village with the essential services that we all need. And it's so much appreciated. So we want to take some time to not only recognize them, but our village staff who is here every day working as well. And I can't forget, but our police department who, God bless them, they're out there all the time. And our fire department, all the personnel in our fire department who really serve for this village. So it's my thanks to all of them for the appreciation and the hard work that they all put in to serve this village and really make us all proud. So with that, I'd like to invite Kyle Amy up, our Superintendent of Public Works, to work with me a little bit.
Good evening. As the mayor said, I'm Kyle Amy, Superintendent of Public Works. Almost going on 4 years now, I got the privilege to come work for the village of Rhinebeck, which has been an honor completely to be able to work in my hometown and be able to supply a service to the residents and the community as we do today. But without a doubt, I can't do it without these dedicated employees of the village of Rhinebeck Highway, Water, Sewer Department. Serve as the backbone as our community, as the mayor says, providing essential services with the diligence and the professionalism. These individuals consistently demonstrate the highest standards of excellence and commitment to the public service, and without their tireless efforts, fulfilling our mission and maintaining quality service would be impossible. A lot of you know, some of you don't know. We have some big projects going on right now. We have over a $3 million project of upgrades going on at the wastewater plant. Today we have Will and we have Scott Ration with us. I can't say enough about these individuals. If it's been thrown at Will, he throws it back. There's been shutdowns, there's been modifications, and they still have maintained the plant to where we are today to make sure that the testing, service, and results are at the highest level. And Will, thank you, and Scott, thank you for that. The water department, we have a $6 million project. Same thing, I go down there, everybody's pulling their hair out. Everybody's doing something. We're shutting lines down, transmission lines. People are brown water showing up. I'm getting calls from the mayor, oh boy, what are we going to do? But we fought through it. We've educated people going through it. We're moving smoothly. And again, between Brian and Tom and Tony and Matt, again, if it wasn't for everybody's participation in this, we wouldn't be able to do it. And I thank you again for that too. Newest addition to the family is Adam Fitzpatrick. And Adam Fitzpatrick comes with 7 years' experience from a previous municipality. And I think if we gave the mic to Scott Min, he would tell you it's been a long time coming for what we have going on down there. Adam, what you've done to put everybody together, to take on tasks, not afraid to take on a task, to want to take on more, and everybody sitting here, as far as, you know, Robbie and Quentin and Tom and Scott, you guys all hopped on board with this. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for the service that everybody, including you guys, supply for this to this village. So at this time, I'd like to recognize the talent and dedication of these individuals who contribute of the following individuals. Starting off with Foreman Adam Fitzpatrick.
Kyle didn't give it to me in order. So
Do you want a hand here?
Adam, thank you very much for being with us. Just so everybody can see, everybody's getting, it means a lot to us, just to show our appreciation with the certificate, you know, and recognition of your services. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
Quentin Green.
Just to remind everybody, Quinton Highway, so they know where they all come. Thank you so much, Quinton. Thank you very much.
Tom Johnson.
Hey.
Tom Highway, I don't know where we'd be. One of our senior members here in the department kind of really helps us fill a void on a lot of things. Thank you.
Scott Min.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott. Scott's had 30 years, over 30 years now with our highway department. And you want to talk about brain trust? This is what you don't want to lose. He knows where every pipe, every culvert, and every pothole. Robert, you're the highway department. Thank you so much. Looking forward to having you continue here.
And now moving on to wastewater, our Chief Operator, Will Caruso.
Stand over here. This guy, as he mentioned, I've never seen anybody take our wastewater plant so serious as you do, right? He lives it, he breathes it, and cares about it like it's his child, you know? And whenever there's an issue, he's on it, so thank you so much.
Also from wastewater, our Senior Mechanic, Scott Raskin.
I'll tell you what, this guy and that guy and Andy who are here make the best team ever. This plant is running better than it has ever run in the history that I've been here. Due to you guys.
And who is not present also from the wastewater team tonight is Andy McDermott, sorry. All right, starting with the water department. We have our Chief Operator, Brian Alex.
If this guy says drink it, right? Because he makes sure that that water that comes out of that plant is the best ever that we can serve for the village of Rhinebeck. He makes sure that the plant operates very smoothly. He's got his fingers on the pulse of it. And with your expertise, putting in behind with this huge project we have going on down there, it wouldn't be successful without you.
Tony Fada.
Tony? I don't know if anybody knows, but Tony used to be in highway a long time ago. Then he drank from the water and said, I'm out of here, and he's going to highway some long time. Thank you so much.
John Mueller.
Hey.
This guy went from being a telephone guy to one of the most significant people that we have with all the others at the water department. You have a meter problem? Call Tom. Thank you.
Last for water would be Matt Green, and you probably don't see Matt out there much, but he's our weekend savior for testing and keeping the plant awake and running for the weekends and everything else, and for that extra commitment. We thank you for that.
He's in here. I mean, when he says works the weekends, he does, right? And he comes in and fires up that plant, makes it come alive on every weekend, and makes sure that we have 24. We don't cover the plant 24/7, right? We cover it from early morning to start feeding up to the highly to the reservoir until mid afternoon, and then we take a break. But this guy's coming in on the weekend, so that when these guys are having to do all the other stuff, he keeps us alive. So thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
To close up, I do want to thank the village board and the mayor for your support, because without your support, we wouldn't be able to accomplish the things that we can do. So we thank you again for supporting us and what our needs are. We thank you. So I'd like to thank everybody again for your service and everything, and I'd like, one more time for the residents. This is who the backbone is. Thank you.
I'd also like to recognize our staff here at Village Hall. These are the people, when you come into Village Hall, meet you every day, answer your questions, respond to your needs, and help you get to what you want. So we have many facets here, from the village clerk's office, my office, to our building and planning, or building planning and zoning, to wherever. And we are a team. It's not just a team that one person does one job. They help everybody do their work. So when there's a void, we fill in where we can, and it's really quite amazing to see what this team can do, with a small staff to service a very large operation. Rick uses this all the time. We punch above our weight, and we're able to punch above our weight because we have all of these people helping us do it. So with that, I'm going to call up some people who are here, and then I'll go through the rest. First, I'm going to call Karen McLaughlin. Those who know Karen is our CFO, right? So if you want to know anything about where the money's going, follow the money. When I first came on board, I told Karen one thing. What did I tell you?
You told me that the money has to be right.
Thank you so much. Our village clerk, Martina McClendon. Martina, thank you. Such an important role everybody plays. When somebody walks in, where are they going to go? They go to the first door that's open, right? And they go see Martina in a lot of cases. Plus Chrissy on the other side, which we should not forget. But there's a hub, and that hub starts right here at this office. It starts with Martina. So it's been a pleasure having you. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. I'm going to just read the other names for others that couldn't be here. We have Chrissy Deneau, right? Chrissy's been here a long time. She serves as our billing for water, wastewater, and in tracking all of our invoices. She has the tenacity just to stick to it and get that work done. So I'm thanking Chrissy Deneau for her support. I forgot somebody else was here. He was up here before. Kyle Amy, Superintendent of Public Works. Somebody once said that this could not be a full-time job. This is a full-time job, right? He's out there every day on the streets. 6:15 this morning, state police call and say, we need you. He's on the call right away. We had a major water break. He organizes the teams, gets them all together, make sure everything's functioning. We couldn't do this without having a superintendent of public works like Kyle. So thank you, sir. So real quick, Sergeant Peter Dunn, I don't know. We've gone from a village that used to hold a lot of events, and when we hold an event, it used to be a cop on a bicycle. The world has changed. I would not want anybody else in charge of our police department who makes sure that the safety of our residents, for no matter what, during the day, but any event that we have, he's the backbone that pulls it all together. And so thank you to Sergeant Peter Dunn. Justin Noyes, who has recently joined us. Justin serves as our zoning enforcement officer. He works 3 days a week for us, plus a day for Millbrook and a day for Milton. But again, we need those boots on the ground to make sure things are done. So thank you, Justin. Ryan Downey.
Yeah.
If you come to building, planning, and zoning, who's the first person you see? It's Ryan, right? Ryan will direct you, help you, guide you, and get you through the process as efficiently as possible. So thank you, Ryan. Miranda Wyatt. Miranda Wyatt joined us, 3 years? It's been 3 years Miranda's been with us. She has filled such a void for us in terms of starting out with building, planning, and zoning, now helping Karen a lot with our invoicing and tracking and keeping things going strongly there. Rules have changed. We need additional help because the regulations are changing constantly. What we have to do, what we have to report on, Miranda has really become a valuable help, not only to building, planning, and zoning, but to our CFO, Karen McLaughlin. So thank you, Miranda. Daniel Rector. Daniel Rector is our police clerk. Probably behind the door, behind the glass over there. When the calls come in, she's at the desk, right? Answering and making sure people get out there. Again, it's a service that we need to have, and we can't exist without that. So thank you, Danielle. I don't think we have that many. Patricia Gaukelin, Trish, right? She's our court clerk, right? Every day, making sure everything is running smoothly for our courts, making sure the operation is there, supporting our judges, and whenever we have court, she's in here helping us. So thank you, Trish. That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, buddy.
All right. Last month, we introduced a resolution to override the tax cap, which is not a big deal. I want to just make it very clear. You know, if you override the tax cap by $1, you're still overriding the tax cap. But it's a good safety mechanism that we need to put in place. So this time I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing and the public comment section to override the tax cap.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Public comment. Hearing none, I'm going to make a motion to close the public comment section and keep the public hearing open for the override tax cap. Okay, I'd like to make a motion. What?
You got the seconds?
Well,
Eleanor second.
Hold on a second. Why do we need to keep the public hearing open?
No, I said to close it.
Close it.
Oh,
Close the public
Close the
comment.
public comment section.
Keep the public hearing.
Keep the
That's right.
public hearing open.
For us?
Yeah.
For us, yes.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. You get the paper. So we introduced this resolution last month. We have a motion to approve. But it's whereas the attached local law was introduced by the Village of Rhinebeck Board on Tuesday, February 10th, to provide the authority to override the provisions of the General Municipal Law number 3C, and whereas the public hearing held on today, March 10th at 6 p.m. at Village Hall, 76 East Market Street, New York, notice of said hearing duly published, and at which time the interested party had an opportunity to be heard. Now therefore be enacted by the Board of Trustees of the Village of Rhinebeck as follows, that the Village of Rhinebeck local law number, for the village 2026, a local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law 73. I'm not going to go through the rest of the detail. I'm going to open it up. I'd like to make a motion to approve, to override the tax cap for our 26-27 budget.
Second.
Discussion.
This doesn't mean that we will, right?
This absolutely
Correct.
does not mean that we will.
Right.
Just so everybody's clear.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I sort of see this as, you know, the real argument happens as we're making the budget, and not having this available to us hamstrings the budget process.
If we wait to the end, it could hamstring us. Right.
Right.
Which is why, and we've done this before in the past, we've motioned to override the tax cap in a way to give us that leverage going forward.
To be clear, I'm not in favor of raising taxes any more than we absolutely have to, so let's just be clear on
I don't think anybody is.
that.
Right?
Right.
I think this board has worked extremely hard to not do that, for a long time. But it does get hard. It's hard decisions, but if we do, and for the right reason, we have the ability to go forward.
I think it's also important, I mean, this is a pretty savvy group of people who's sitting in the audience, but just for the regular resident who may not understand this, in New York, villages have to, unless they do this, they have to keep their tax levy, which is the overall amount that we tax from our properties, not necessarily your individual tax bill, but the overall amount that we levy, at or under 2% every year. That law was passed in 2012 by Governor Cuomo for a number of reasons. As we all know, prices sometimes go up 1%, sometimes go up 2%, and sometimes go up more. And we've been in a moment lately where prices, especially things like health insurance, have gone up by a lot more. And so we reach a point where, in order to provide the same level of services, we have to spend more than 2% every year. We've saved ourselves in a lot of ways through grants, but if we're only increasing our revenues by 2% every year, then we're actually going to end up providing a diminishing level of services. And I think it's really important for everybody to understand that. If prices are going up by more than 2% and we're not finding extra pockets, which we've successfully found, we have to cut services. So that's how this works. And we're all highly aware of everyone's bills, ours included, where everything is more expensive these days. And so, as I mentioned, this is not something that I want to do, and this is something we'll have as part of the conversation with the budget. But I do think it's important for everyone to really understand that if we are spending, less than CPI every year, then that means that we are providing fewer services every year. And in my experience at the Village of Rhinebeck, folks have not wanted fewer services, they have consistently wanted more services. So it has been a balancing act, at least for my tenure on this board, to take the responsibility of appropriate budgeting seriously, to take the needs of the residents, the property owners who pay property taxes seriously, while at the same time providing the kind of services and projects and needs that everybody is also asking for. So it is a really hard dance. And I'm grateful whenever anybody acknowledges how difficult that dance is. So,
Just as a point of clarification, the state has actually written some loopholes into that 2%. So this year it's at 2.76% that the levy can be increased. Just an FYI, it's a pretty complicated explanation. We've got lots of people waiting to hear different things on the agenda. If anybody's interested, contact me and I would be happy to discuss it with you.
And I'd just like to say additionally that this is a public process. We are currently creating, the mayor and the board is currently creating a proposed budget, and there will be a public hearing, and there will be a public airing of this budget. So it will always be clear to folks what's going on, where the money is being spent, what's happening. This is not something that happens behind anybody's back or things happen. This is a process that the public can and is fully involved with. So this is one step here, but it is certainly by no means the end of public participation in what we're doing.
The public hearing is obviously public, and also all of the workshops that we hold as we're building the budget, also public.
Okay, all in favor of approving the resolution to override the tax cap, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carried. Thank you all.
we need to close, make a motion to close the public hearing.
Or what?
We need to close the public hearing.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Okay, next on the agenda is we have the honor of having members of the Lions Club here this evening to walk us through a presentation of the Lions Mini Park, and especially focuses on the kiddie section, that playground section. Scott?
Hi. Is it possible to project for?
Yeah, sure. And then I'm going to come on back.
Do you have a Mac?
I do.
Are you on village Wi-Fi? Are you on?
No, I'm not yet.
Oh, okay.
Or I can also.
Oh, yeah, do you have my email address?
Is that
You'll be the viewer.
Is it just a slide you want to present, Scott?
Yes.
Because
They're teaming up now.
you could cast them from your computer if you
Yeah,
want.
you just email it to me.
And we don't need yours?
Yeah, that,
The
no,
one you sent us?
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have it?
No.
Yeah. It was on the site, but it was,
No, this
No.
is a presentation.
oh.
We don't have that. So, VR or public? No, I would VR or private, I don't know if I can do that.
Public.
Yeah, email and public, so you can join public, which is public Wi-Fi. No, what is it? What is it?
Guest Wi-Fi.
Guest Wi-Fi. So you can email me the link like that. Yeah! Sorry!
Okay, what's your?
Trustee. It's villageofrhinebeck.gov, right? That's our
Correct.
thing? Okay.
I want to go over that behind Martina today. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Karen, you can come back.
Might be better to.
So you can see it?
Well, no, you guys.
Oh, can you guys see it okay? Can you, how do you guys want to?
Oh, yeah, great.
Trustee Slavy, villageofrhinebeck.gov.
Use that
Doing son?
Okay, share it to your Wi-Fi. AirDrop, you have a Mac?
I do.
Okay, Richard, Vanessa, Roger, Juan.
I am. Oh, who, you can share it with me.
I'm gonna send it to me, you
He's
got
sending
it.
it to you. You're up.
Oh, cool.
Oh, good, good,
Everybody close your eyes.
yeah. And you,
Oh,
No
Yeah.
new international news.
yeah.
Change the channel. No, not that one. Let's play with puppies.
Technology.
This is even harder than
Well, it could be,
fixing the
nobody knows.
minute committee card.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to tell you probably arrived in my download.
Yeah, it's on the left, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe just do, view full screen at the top.
Coming up.
Is it presentation?
I have,
If you go
series.
view, it'll say full screen. After that. There you go. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, you gotta say beat though.
Hey, my name is Scott Davis, and I'm a member of the Lions Club, and I know a few of you guys. I've been on the Lions Club for 4 years. I'm also the vice president of our foundation that we started in May. And I know I've been on the Lions Club for 4 years because 4 years ago, there was some dilapidated pieces of equipment on the Kitty Mini Park, and Paul Page had already contacted the previous manufacturer to order some replacement parts. And I came on board, and I have a design background, and a marketing background, a fine art background, and light construction background, and I thought, like, I'm probably perfectly suited to help you out with this task. And instead of just replacing it kind of Band-Aid style McPlayland, why don't we do it kind of cool and more reflective of the town, right? So I wanted it to be a bigger involvement, and so what I did was we had kind of a, and I'm going to try to make this quick, but we had a public meeting where we invited people to join, and we're going to do a design competition. And the idea was we were going to have 3 professional manufacturers. Henry's 7th grade class was involved. The CLS was involved, after school project. It was really fun. And then it was at the middle school, and it was a Shark Tank. So we had 7 jurors from different specialties that made sense to why they would be on there and they would approve this design. And we kind of ran with that. It was really fun. And concurrently, the mayor reached out to us and said he'd really like for us to work with the autism support committee in town. And obviously, for a variety of reasons, he's been a champion for people with autism and very progressive in that sense. And also, there's some possible matching funds. So we met with that group, and I kind of thought in the beginning I was a little resistant. I thought it was a little yes, I thought it was going to slow the process down. But in that process, I learned a lot. And I also do some freelance writing for the Daily Catch, and I did the piece on the centennial of Anderson. I went out to Anderson numerous times. Paul and I went out to Ramapo a bunch of times, helped kids with autism create things. And I was also introduced to Art Pritchard. And he was essentially the mayor's kind of point person to work with me on the design. And we had a friendly relationship, and we kind of worked this through as best we could. And we didn't have a winner from that competition. That wasn't the idea. It was just meant to inform moving forward. But there was one supplier that was the best and was the most affordable, and that's what you're going to see reflected here. So, all right, so obviously we just want to make this, and I do presentations all the time, and I will not bore you with more than this type. We'll fly through, think of it more of a visual experience. So we want it to be inclusive. Now, the only thing that I don't want to get involved with is that word, because when you're compliant on a playground to mitigate liability, it's got to be for particular age groups. So it is for 2 to 5. But everything we've chosen, and I just want to say, like, when I've worked with Art and the group, I started thinking like, God, when I was a new father, my daughter had a mobile and it had crunchy things and it had weird textured things. And I was like, wait, that was a sensory object and it was really important. And you can do it concurrently with neurologically divergent people and able-bodied people and everybody. So I was full steam ahead, to work this through and make it work for everyone, right? To the next one. Just to refresh, we all know the area. One of the reasons why I've been a little relentless with this project is because back in the day, dudes and women with hands built this gazebo. And I sit at meetings with them and they look at us like we're digital people and we don't do shit. And like, what is our legacy going to be? And seeing this through is really important to me. So move forward here. You made a great point last week. Let's not harbor on the past. But I do think a couple of these things are kind of important, and I'm not going to go through them all. But this is when I met Paul. This is where we are today. And it's 4 years. And all these things happen for a reason, right? But a couple of things that happen in here where we kind of narrow the design down, and we were actually more ambitious. I don't know if you guys were privy to this, but it was an actual trapezoid, and it was a bigger footprint. It was really expensive, and then there's going to be a tree removed, so it became kind of a little bit of a juggling match. So that was another thing, and then there was the drainage. And then at that point, we realized as a club, unless we become a 501c3, we're not going to be able to go out and knock on doors and get the checks that are necessary to make this happen. There's a lot of resistance in the club because, as you know, there's a lot of paperwork to maintain a 501c3 and who's going to do it, who's going to be on the board, what's going to happen. But we did it anyway because what you said last week, things are bigger, things are more expensive. If we want to have passion projects, we're going to need more money. So we did that. At that very same time, we were hunting for money, we were honing this design, okay? And I know that the Parks Committee now is going to steer this, but the reason why I'm here is just to show you what 4 years we did and why we felt it was important to inform. But, I mean, there's a lot of really smarts in here, okay? So, I don't waste your time if you know what a sensory park is, but I had to learn. And so, what we decided, if you know Jennifer Zanger from Ramapo, Art, a bunch of people, we decided that these 5 things were super critical. And whatever we chose, we have to include these sorts of things. So balance, sensory, things that have sight and sound, things like sound, the physical climate and crawl, and then also what's very important is a rest and recalibration. So you will see in this design these different symbols as we chose these 11 fixtures. Okay? It's just like, there's a lot of work. This is what CLS did. They all made these dioramas. This is what they thought would be required. Kids are such, elemental thinkers. And there was some stuff we were like, God, that sounds so obvious. Why don't we think of that sort of thing? This was the shark tank. These are some of the floor plans. Okay. And this is like, I used some AI to develop a conceptual representation of what this is going to be. And I'm going to walk through, obviously it doesn't have the fence on there, and there's some conversation. We know there's a kill back here, so we probably need that fence legally. And whether, we can use the old fence, we don't know. And then I'll go through all these sorts of things and just tell you really quickly, not to waste more of your time, why we chose these things. So this document will be a leave behind for you guys all to peruse, and these are all clickable, so you can go to the website and kind of see any more detail, but I think you'll have everything you need here. These are called view zones, and these are what's important for that certification. This is the distance that's required, and there can be a little overlapping if things don't move. I also want you, last week Eleanor brought up, there's a school of thought that you just get a big, plastic structure and then design around it. Well, those things are limited for 2 to 5, and they start $25,000 to $40,000. And then you've got this hamburger in the middle, and then you've got to add stuff around it that each thing could be $5,000 to $7,000. So the way that we're thinking about this, what I'm going to present to you is under the amount of money that we have to buy it for you. Okay? This is the equipment that you'll see, and I'll explain why. This is the only spinner And what it does is it has a divider because some children with autism don't want to touch each other. This is the only spinning item that's in the park. It's all spring-loaded or kind of climby sort of things. And you'll see all the details along with the price. This is the bigger piece that's called the Buckabout. So this thing is almost like a seesaw, but it's a four-person, more of a social engagement. And this, obviously, I'm not going to go through all the details here.
The purpose of that is not to launch your friend into like the next
It
county.
depends on the size of your friend. I also was being very careful, like, I was kind of leaning towards more Eurocentric looking objects, more pipe looking objects that looked less plastic, you know, that looked more like amorphic and less narrative, if you will, but there will be some of those things in here. This is what I felt was the most interesting music piece. And this has bongos here, and then these things slide and make noise. You could touch it, you could feel it, you could put your head on it, you can do a bunch of different things with this thing. It's quite big. Deco Spring Rider. And once again, if you guys are digging this, like, we can minimize our palette and color it pretty much whatever we want, okay? Thinking of something that works well in that space, like kind of maybe some oranges, but maybe working with, I think there's a palette that Anderson may be privy to that could be helpful, minimizing but also having a sensory component to it. Jumbo Flyer, this suits two, and you'll see most of the objects, like I said, are kind of springy. This is like the, the Taj Mahal. He said this is like the most kind of demand one. It's probably the most unattractive one, but it's simulated rock climbing, and it has pegs and things you can climb in. You can go inside for that kind of rest if you want. Also, it has a relief of like a skeleton inside, so it's like a fossil kind of discovery thing. A balance beam with a curve. The caterpillar croc tube, which just have holes in it because, parents get really unnerved if you don't know where your child is. All right, so you can see it
Also
inside.
for the parents.
You can't hide. Okay, you do that thing, right? This is the second spin object, and I would do a different color with it. Okay. Now this is going to be the showpiece. This is I think it's about a 10-foot pole that has a handle in the middle that the kids turn, and the sun comes through and dapples light through it. Okay, so we could call it Flower Park if we want. Okay. Now it's also quite expensive. This one is next one. And then we color these. We budgeted for 2 of these. It'd be nice to have 4. And then once again, if you click one more, and don't. Oh wait.
Okay.
Okay, that's supposed to move. This is actually a movie.
It's a
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll send that to you guys because it's pretty cool.
Oh wait, is there a control on the?
Maybe if you click it. I don't know. No, it's
Yeah,
just
it's sort of a head. Yeah.
Well, I'll send it to you. It's pretty neat
Okay.
because
All the kids are moving.
they're all doing things. There's sound effects and it's fun. and it's
Let's see.
oh, this is the old one. Okay.
Yeah, because that's not the design you just showed us.
No. But I will
I like the colors though.
It's not.
actually
Okay,
just be
play.
fun
We're gonna
because I
defer to
will
someone who knows what they're doing.
send this back to you. And then I'll get to the numbers. This is the fun part. Okay.
Right, yeah.
That was to Richard.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get that.
Okay, over here.
You might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think if you drop that in a
Okay,
URL.
it seems like a GIF.
Yeah, you have to drop it into a web page. So if you open your browser,
Oh,
like Chrome,
Especially one that we can say all moves.
exactly.
It's right, there you go, it's right. If I can drop it into a web page, okay. What that means.
Now just take that document and chuck it right in there. It should
Okay.
work.
Interesting.
Oh, he knows.
And you can just drag and drop it.
Okay, wait, I can't do this one, I have to do it from the Finder. Gotcha. Music.
You're doing great.
Hey. Can I do this? Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know, right?
Yeah, right there. You gotta drag it to your desktop first. Can you just drag it right
You're
there?
in like multiple desktop modes.
Yeah, right, okay.
There you go.
Hey.
Is that gonna work?
It's all news to me.
How's this work?
We made it your start.
That's my start page. Well, thanks.
Yeah. Well, it looks like this.
We believe it.
I'll kind of send that to you guys.
It looks great.
Oh, fun.
It is fun.
Full springs. Cool.
Uh,
Not the playground with my news.
Gotta edit my start page.
I have no kids.
Like it.
I have none.
Cool. All right, so,
There you go. Now, the part I'm looking at there.
yeah, okay. So, all of these objects that you saw that are currently, so there's a process with MMR that is our contact through Green Time, that they have to do a formal quote, and it takes time. So these are just numbers without the discount lifted from the website, okay, working with Mike. And this is what the total of the items come to. And he told me, which is scary, that you got to factor in 38% of the total for install, but I think we would triple that out and get a better kind of number on that, which would fall in line with items and install 53. Now what I showed you was there's 3 different surface options. One is mulch, and you put an item 4 down, tamper that down, put felt down, and then you put the mulch down. You can also do, correct me, keep me honest,
You can do the poured rubber surfacing.
on top of that later, or
Well,
even in the path, but you have to know it going in because you have to seed the objects a little bit lower.
They're all, mulch is actually ADA compliant by code, but it's not able for a mobility device to roll on. So what we came up with after, all this time was a combined surfacing where we would do the mulch and also do the rubber. So that allows the mobility device to get to each site, but still keeps the cost within budget or somewhat.
Right.
So that's those kind of paths. for the-
Right, and just
Yeah.
for reference, when we initially did that trapezoid, 100% pour in place was $80,000. And we saw a bid that was more like 60, but it was 60 to 80. So that was 25% bigger. So what we decided to do was go back to the square and do potentially a hybrid. And the hybrid really probably is the good balance between
Yeah,
also.
and one thing to keep in mind, as you're already planning, you're going to be doing some drainage work in there already. So that probably factors in the item 4 already. So that number for the surfacing would come down quite a bit because the rubber contractors factored in all the preparation to get to the rubber. I would assume that a lot of the drainage work you're doing, perhaps with perforated pipe
The
and
drainage
item 4.
doesn't go, right now, there's no plan for the drainage. Right now, the drainage doesn't run under the kiddie section.
Okay,
So unless we approved a quote to go and clean that all up, once we find that there's wet areas in there, when we're doing the drainage, then that's the time we can actually do some drainage in that section as well, because it's the
Yep.
most cost effective to be able to do it when we're all automatically doing it. But today, the drainage section is around it. It's a French drain that goes around the kiddie section to keep the water from filtrating in.
okay, understood. But something you may want to factor into the base altogether in the drainage plan as part of this. Because you will need to, right now you just have the basic soil, the clay soil, and then fabric, and then mulch.
Yeah,
And
so
it
that-
gets quite wet in there now. I'm sure with your plan it would dry out, but it really needs to come up a little bit in my opinion.
I agree, but right now, the plan that was approved from the playground committee was to go in and scrape everything off that's there, turn it back to grass. And then the drainage goes around that square area, right, to keep water penetrating from into that area.
Okay. Well, something you can keep in mind when you're.
Yeah, I mean, if we need it,
Yeah.
when we do the drainage, it's the perfect time to
Yeah.
add more pipe.
Because when you do scrape it out, you're gonna have to lift it up with something. And I doubt you'll want to bring more clay in there. It'll probably be gravel, I would assume.
Eleanor, I don't think that was in the plan, to lift it up, was it? Was
No,
it?
because we just wanted, right now, the plan was just to remove the kitty area and kind of start fresh.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
sort of what we're doing right now.
Well, whatever. I think it's relatively nominal. Your wonderful highway crew could probably assist. It's something you guys can figure out, though, I think is part of this. My point is that it may reduce the price of your surfacing if you factor in the drainage work or somehow make that, hybrid in and of itself,
Sounds-
potentially.
This plan right now doesn't factor that in.
No, it does not. Like, what we decided was, historically, we've done more, but we would love to, and we have the funds pledged to purchase the equipment. And this is the best representation that we've had over that course of time as a proposal to you to get it done. So that's like where we're at right now.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Scott, but it's purchase plus install.
Purchase plus install.
So that's purchase plus install, just the equipment, but not the surfacing.
Right,
Doesn't include any of the mulch, doesn't
Up
include
to
any
the
of the
53,
green.
but not to the 62.
yeah.
We do the mulch every year anyway, so if you went 100% mulch, the Lions would be happy to cover that. Lions replaces the mulch in the kitty section every year.
I know you do, yeah. But we have to add a lot more, we'd be bringing a new basin.
We'll bring it to
What
that.
you do now is you skim coat,
Yeah, it
right?
just would be nice to make it able to be accommodated for those who are in a wheelchair or some other type of mobility.
Yeah, did you do any pricing on fencing? Because fencing is really kind of a requirement.
Over the years we have, but naturally it goes up and there's different ways you can set it up. So.
So we don't know the cost of fencing.
Now, I think the cost of that fencing, because it would just be probably 4 foot, would be like less than $10,000, $12,000. And that's based on fencing that I purchased 2 years ago.
So if you were to put a ballpark figure on this, 53,
Well, 62.5 was a ballpark for, from all these up, ballpark for the item 4 and the mulch and the install and the, no, 50, what did I say? It's written in there. The install is the outlier, it's expensive.
so that brings you up to the 62 or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
install.
But that didn't include the mulch?
No, but
Or the
you'll see
fencing,
in our
or-
presentation, we ballpark the mulch and the item.
I'm just trying to get at a top line number
Yeah.
of
So
where we're
it's
at.
62 minus the
Yeah.
fence.
Yeah,
So
here,
like,
I have-
No, not really.
no, it's 62 plus the fence.
62 and then fence and your surfacing.
Right,
Right.
and surfacing,
Right,
right? 'Cause
okay.
And that's one thing that's, we kind of had conversations over the years where the Lions were just going to focus on things above ground, and especially with the drainage going on, we're imperfect volunteers, and we don't want to naturally, get involved in that too much. Leave that up to the engineering people. I think you could leverage your highway department folks, though, for install and save quite a bit of money. In the end, what you would need then is you just bring in an inspector to inspect the work when it's complete. I think you can cut that number down quite a bit.
Also too, like, just for materials, for the crushed stone, and this is based on just local estimates, I haven't gone out. The crushed stone, the tampering the stone, the landscape fabric, and the mulch comes to about $10,000. And that would be like, obviously, some of the work we probably even help do. That's just for materials.
right, not
But I mean,
putting it down.
I think we could have that, depending on your process, we could help with that.
Well, it sounds like it's worth sort of staying in coordination as the drainage work
Yeah.
gets done.
Well, I mean, obviously, when we get it all cleared, we have to see what's wet there.
Right,
The original drainage plan didn't assume any drainage in the kitty section.
right. That makes sense.
It's simple to add pipes if we need to, but
Right.
forget about that part, because I think that we can do very inexpensively when we do the drainage. I'm still, sorry, I'm being
No, no,
thick.
it's okay.
I'm trying to figure from the ground up, we leveled it out to ground up, no drainage problem. Item 4, mulch, whatever, blah, 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 equipment, installation, fence.
I think.
It certainly raises the budget a little bit.
I think it's
good to note that.
65 to 75. I think it's 65 to 75.
65 to 75, okay, that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
kind of where I was trying to get to.
65 to 75, because, I have 11 elements in there, and you saw, it doesn't look sparse. As a matter of fact, Mike did the fish kill. If you're familiar with that sensory park, it's on 4 tennis courts. It's massive, and it only has 12 or 13 objects, and we have 11.
And and everything fits ADA compatible to be able to fit 11 in there.
Yeah, and they did something different where they used cement and rubber on top of the tennis court because they already had the cement foundation.
So if we were to use top number 75, that's no padded rubber surface, that's just
That's right.
100% mulch.
Yep.
If you wanted to prepare for the future to put the padded rubber, what you have to do? You can just put the padded rubber on top of the mulch?
You form it out just like you're pouring concrete, and then the retailer comes in, the contractor comes in and pours the rubber. It dries out.
Right, I got
And
it.
then they lift, yeah.
It's not.
But you have to remove the equipment and everything to do that,
No.
right?
No.
No?
No.
So you can go right around the equipment?
Yeah, I think the way Mike said, it's very rarely done, but you just seed it a little, all the objects just a little bit higher to accommodate for that. And then you just cover it with the mulch.
Do we have a sense of how much it would cost to do the rubberized pathway?
It was 80,000, 60 to 80,000?
It would-
Just to do the pathways,
Well,
not to do the whole.
The 80 was for the entire
Right.
trapezoid,
Right.
which is way bigger.
Right.
So I would think that to do this whole thing, it would be like between 30 and 40.
That sounds about right.
Of just the paths?
Just the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing, okay.
So we could be 100 grand here if we were to do the pathways.
I think so. I just have to ask Mike if it's more challenging, because like Paul said, you've got to add what
The
may be
contours.
like the mold, and how big are the pads? Because as you saw it there, we almost kind of had the lily pad effect, and they went through objects, which you wouldn't want. You want to go around objects. So once we get it, if everyone's digging this, like we just firm it up, we're right in the wheelhouse.
All right, so, and the Lions would cover the equipment plus the installation.
That's our goal.
Okay.
So
We have-
essentially, we need another 50 grand. Just to, if we were to do it with the rubberized pathways.
That would put you over budget, yeah. That would
That would, just
That
to
would
be,
be
I'm just
secure.
talking safe
Yep.
ballpark
Sure,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
with fencing and access
Right.
and,
Because, as you said, it'd be better to do it all from the start rather than adding it later. Can be done, but if we could get to 50
yep,
somehow, somewhere, someplace, right?
agreed.
We could do the whole thing. We could get it done.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't include the fence. The fence was another 4 or 5, you said?
Well, I'm just based on, I put a court and a fence in my place, and I had one exposed, but it's much bigger.
We're happy to run an additional
Yeah.
quote, don't follow up with you guys, with the harder numbers on the
Fence, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
yeah,
Yeah.
ballpark, how much money can we go after?
Yeah.
sure.
So maybe 120,
I think that's
including the
enough.
fence?
I think you'll be, again, I'd be happy to finish up the quote to include what the expenses are at the base and forward that off to you all relatively soon. So then you'll know for sure.
Thank you.
It's a moving target, naturally with
I
inflation,
understand.
but it wouldn't be too hard to get the base quoted. The designer and retailer that Scott's working with doesn't do the bases. He has references, and there's other companies that handle that.
I mean, my opinion, I don't know about the rest of
Well,
my
you're-
opinion is, if we can get the money to do it
Yeah,
now,
Lions has 50 committed. If you guys could come up with 50 somehow, then it's done.
well, no, not really. There's some defense or whatever. It could be more than that.
Okay.
Defense and
I feel like we're at the point now with this great offer, great stuff coming in, that we need to pull in some level of like professional engineering and say, okay, here's the dimensions, here's what it costs, this is the, that we need to have a integrated design for this entire, we've got part of it over here, but we're still looking at the fence and everything. We need to have somebody come in, surfacing, we need to have somebody
We
come in.
don't need
and
to,
kind
we
of
don't need to bring in anybody. I mean, because I go to Adams, I get a quote for the fence, and I go to my guy and I said, go, there go. Give us a firm quote.
If you're donating it,
If
if you're donating it, you're paying for it then. So we have a different, right, we have to go through a different process.
Sure.
If you guys are buying it and we're installing it, that's cool. But if we are going out and we have to buy a fence,
Understood.
it's a whole nother kettle of fish. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to.
Prevailing wage, you mean.
Well, I think you're
Prevailing
just,
wage and if it's gonna be.
but you're just talking about the fence.
So even if you did the installation, I don't know the answer to this. Let's just say, we said, Lions, will take your money, buy the equipment, install it. Does prevailing wage happen with the install?
Not if they do the project and donate it to the village after it's all done.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
But we have a section that's being donated by the Lions, fantastic. But then there seems like a section that we're responsible for.
We're responsible for the surfacing.
For the surfacing and other design, the outside. And we have to go through our processes to do that, if it's going through us.
Go out for bid for.
Go out for bid for, yeah, so we're gonna have to put together,
And design.
And design and all that good
Something that
stuff.
someone can bid against.
yeah. That's what we have to do on our end.
Sure, okay, but just
Yeah.
understand, they were the lowest bid. I triple bid this.
Oh, if it's under 35,000, we just get 3 bids.
We can get 3 bids, right? But
We
we have to
don't have to go out for like a full.
RFP.
I think we need to step back and think through this whole thing. I mean, this is a great presentation,
Thank
but
you.
there's things, it's really awesome. It's a great start, but we have to think about things like, one of the things that was highly recommended to us, one of the biggest complaints about parks is the lack of shade. So we need some shade structures or some trees or some, we need to, there's other aspects that we need to look at here also. So I think that we need to slow this down and not just jump into it. I
But
think this
that's-
is a wonderful
The only thing I'll
start.
say, and this is Custard's last stand, is like, what you're saying is like the problem. Because people are looking at clouds. It's not just, it doesn't end there. Oh, we're just going to think about shade now. Oh, we're going to think about, is it really a fence? Maybe it's a glass fence. And maybe, is it a rubber fence? Why don't we do, styrofoam peanuts? And all I'm saying is like, this is a lot of professionals that advise this design. We would like to gift it to you, which, by the way, Mike said none of his clients, all of the municipalities pay for this. All of them, all of his clients. So we'd love to gift it to you, but we're not going to, but we put a lot of time into it.
I understand that, and I
So-
understand your frustration, but, we've
It's not
also,
mine, it's not only mine, just so you know. Eleanor.
well, it's
not-
plural,
Yeah.
I get it, I mean, I
Yeah.
understand it. I'm frustrated by certain aspects of the project myself. I get the whole, I get the frustration.
But I think where I felt the biggest running into the wall was not that there was a Parks Committee formed, because I think that's a great idea. It was like, oh my God, like, they've got professionals? It's like, who did I talk to? Like, it was ridiculous. It's like when I talked to Roger, I felt like, are you kidding me? So there's a lot of really, there's a big brain trust that went into presenting this. And if there's some stuff for compromise or collaboration, 100%. But like, not let's go develop a think tank for 2 more months while kids, my daughter's outgrown this since I started, just so you know.
Same here.
Yeah,
I understand, but I mean-
Excuse me, Eleanor, I was talking for a second. I really would like to see us move forward on this. I would like to see something happen, not like it's taken 10 years to do some other things that we know close to us. And it'd be great having engineers and having your contacts give us something that we could then digest and say, what process do we have to go through? Because if we have the data, because what I'm thinking is there's opportunity for grant money, and if you miss that window, right, you're done, right? And we're in the budget process, so we also can talk about that. So the timing is kind of good,
Great.
in my opinion, to kind of hone this down a little bit and say, what can we get done? what can we afford, and what can we get done?
Great.
And try to get something.
I think there's also an opportunity here, I mean, like, we have to do the drainage work, right? So like, that needs to be done. And so like, while we're doing the drainage work, however long that takes, we can sort of be like, all right, priority one, get the kiddie area like installed the minute that the drainage work is complete. And then like, we can sort through like trees and shade structures outside the kiddie area.
Later.
But I think that makes a lot of sense, because like, we tried to get, you know, the drainage has taken 2.5 years, like, you know, you all have been working on this forever. And you're right, all that kids do these days is grow, and so.
Damn kids.
Yeah, you know
All right,
what?
so-
I'm sorry I sounded frustrated. I just want to say, like, I hope this document informs your decision. And the Lions Club position is, we'd love to, once you decide on what you're going to build, we would love to assist you with the hardware.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Thank you.
a plan. Can we, how do we get together to come up with a ground-up plan, right, that we can look at? That includes, everything is leveled, we're gonna level it, we're gonna plant grass. Starting from grass, I don't know, I mean, because I've never done this.
Is there like a schematic that you
Yeah.
have of
That
like?
that was in the presentation, like, I have
Okay.
all that stuff.
Okay, great,
Like, it
great.
goes through a three-step process.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Compliance and budget and all this kind of stuff. So just think of like, you know, Paul does this every day in his job. So level a surface, you can put item 4 down, you're gonna put the fabric down, you're gonna put a fence around it.
Right.
And then what are you gonna surface it with? I'm gonna put rubber, I'm gonna put mulch. Boom. Where's the stuff? It's in the warehouse. Let's just bring it over here because the Lions Club paid for it. Boom, playground.
All right, let's just back up for a minute what I was trying to say before. Just today, we got this revised schedule from Ty and Bond that says that the drainage project is going to be finished December 30th, 2026.
That was the outside.
That was the
That was
outside.
the outside, that was a
We
draft.
could do a lot of work.
We need to figure that out.
Yes, but I mean, he's saying that we don't know if the project is going to be the solution, so
Well-
I don't want to put something, I know, I get that, but do we want to put something in if it's still wet?
But now that we have a concept, we can look at the drainage plan and say, can the drainage go around it,
Right.
not impact it? We now have something to go back to and say, will this fit within the footprint that we're working on? So it can go in parallel almost, if we can.
Well,
If we don't need to put pipes underneath it, then we could just.
if we
do the
don't
drainage
need-
plan.
Yeah,
When is the contractor coming to level the ground?
well, it needs to dry out. They were actually here today, and they looked at it and they said that when the ground gets drier to let them know, and it'd probably be maybe a week lead time. It's a 2-day project.
All right, but we don't have a date yet because we don't know what's.
No, because we don't, yeah, because it's supposed to rain now.
I think if you're putting item 4 under the play area, that's probably going to serve as the drainage.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that because I don't know until we level it out and see what's there. But the whole idea was to put this French drain and change other drainage so there's no water penetrating there.
Right.
That was the plan. And if that plan is real, you're right. You're absolutely 100% right. We do what he said.
You got the right idea. It's a curtain drain that goes around the
Yeah.
50 by 50.
Yeah.
But as part of that, the 50 by 50 is going to have to come up a little bit for the water to pitch.
Exactly.
So
Makes sense to me.
Great.
I want to say, this is an amazing donation. It's wonderful stuff. I don't think this is the place for us to be engineering it right now.
We are.
Right, and as much fun as it is to do all that engineering, I think, we should move this to, a working group, get in the people that we need to do. You have great stuff going on over there.
I'd like to figure out how to do that so we can move forward.
Exactly.
I don't want it to take another 6 months.
Yeah,
That's fine, but
study.
let's move it from here.
There's grant money that we got to go after.
Let's move this
Or
to
they
a-
have to go after,
let's
or
move
we
this-
have to go after.
let's
or
move this to a-
whatever.
I mean, that surface was there for 40 years, and it was just wet. Right? So it's not like you have to re-envision, you've got history on your side saying you're doing this U-shaped French drain around it, it's going to be drier, and you put a pad down and you put a playground on it. It's not a subcommittee.
Right, I think this is simply a conversation between the mayor, the engineer, and like, you or
Yeah.
Paul, like,
Right.
this is
Right,
not
and
gonna
that's
be.
not a board, it's not a board
Understood.
issue.
Yeah.
So
What happened?
public,
No.
Art, you raise your hand. Art.
My name is Art Pritchard. I live in the woods. a member of the Autism Support Community Committee. This is an elegant plan, well-researched, and not the only one. When the initiative started with respect to the rehabilitation of the playground, we joined with some members of the Lions Club to take it from there. And that worked well for a couple of years. And then the communication stopped. And we haven't had a chance to do any inputting for what we think is vital for our community. So I like the idea of slowing it down a bit. We don't mind working like crazy in a short time frame. But to me, the decision ought to be influenced not only by the Lions, but also by the autism supportive community people who have a good deal of expertise in the special needs of children with autism and other neurological deficiencies. We also have grant writers in our group. And we think that working with the Lions, we can see this thing mature and be completed. And that's why I'm here, to share that we want to be a part of it. We think we've been excluded for a while. We don't know why. That doesn't matter. But at this point, we want to be part of the solution. Thank you.
I mean, I have so much to say, but I'm done. I'm done.
But I think maybe we can make this happen quickly enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's get together.
yeah.
Let's just get together and do it.
But I want to know who you represent, Art. Who do you
Can we
represent?
not do that?
Yeah.
No, I'm curious because I worked with Art and we talked about this, and when he worked with you on the grant, I don't.
Scott.
Yeah, I hear you.
Scott.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I think we can move forward very efficiently and very effectively, and we can meet together and maybe make this happen.
Yep.
I would love to see to make it happen, and I don't see this as a roadblock. I see this as input to say another check on the box to make sure we're doing it, right? So let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Great.
That's why I tell Henry Freista's class, why not?
Great.
Let's do it. Okay?
I love it.
So let's get together. I'll organize. I'll get whoever I need. I don't care. And we'll start having a discussion. Right? Members of the Autism Committee, I'll get you guys, I'll get the Park Committee. And let's nail it right the first time.
Let's get it done.
All right? Okay? And then we can bring something to the board and we can figure out how to make this real.
Good job, Scott.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I want to make it happen.
Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it.
Okay. Public comment.
On what?
Anything. On anything. Anything your heart desires.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
I didn't know if you were going to stand up when you're taking your glasses off.
I was going to come a month ago and say how much I appreciate our highway department that they've done all winter and down on the Livingston Street extension. Guys are fabulous.
We had a tough winter. Let's not kid ourselves. We had a tough winter.
They did a great job.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
And I will pass that on to make sure that they know. Okay?
We
Okay.
didn't do public comment at the beginning of the meeting.
I know, but we had this other,
Yeah.
people had time schedules. Sorry. Okay. Any other public comment? Going once, going twice? So, all right. We're going to go into discussion. First thing on the list is a tree that's right directly across the street here. It's a very large, beautiful sycamore tree, like this big around. It was brought to the attention of the village that it's drastically leaning and starting to heave up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
however it is, I'm not an arborist, I can't make judgment. So I said, let's get an opinion. So we got an opinion, put it out there, but then we shipped it over to the tree committee, right? And I think the tree committee has a recommendation.
Well, there is really a protocol to this whole arrangement, and in a way that it should be clear that the trees that are there are the responsibility of the homeowners. This has been true forever. It can be a financial burden, we're aware, but this has been just part of the fabric of the village. So what the tree commission is recommending is that really the homeowner needs to be contacted, and the homeowner needs to work with an arborist to decide what they would like to do. They have to get an opinion from their arborist, and then they can figure out what they want to do. Do they want to approve? Do they want to remove? We bring that application before the tree commission, and then we act on it. We don't currently have a application in front of us, and we do want to work collaboratively with whoever the homeowner is. So we have this information, but the reality is that right now we have to go to the homeowner, say, we've observed a hazardous condition, and we need to talk about how do we want to remediate. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
So the tree commission is going to do that.
The tree commission is going to do that, correct.
Perfect.
But
Right.
wasn't there an arborist report?
Yeah, it's in your
Well, it is, but we need to have, we don't have anything, there's nothing to act on. What I'm saying is
The
that
homeowner hasn't done it.
the homeowner hasn't done it,
That's his issue.
and it's their
The
call.
homeowner didn't pay for this arborist?
No, it was a free,
Dave came
the
by
building,
and did-
our CEO made a phone call.
Yes,
and got this
had
report.
this come from the homeowner, then the normal protocol would already be in process. So it's just, we're trying to follow the protocol. It's a really great tree, and
That's healthy.
It's just leaning a lot, and the homeowner may decide, you know, I'm going to work really hard to try to save this tree because it shades my house. I mean, we'd like to,
Yeah.
they get to make a call,
House.
and they pay for it. So they get their input. So that's where we're at. It's not, that's what we'll do. It's our normal procedure when we have a tree.
But Rick, I did read the minutes of the tree commission, and they seem to be, no pun intended, leaning in the other direction of saving the tree.
Well, yes, but they're not going to act or say anything until.
No, I get that, I'm
From the-
just saying.
Well, the tree commission's general is always to save the tree if
No, I-
possible. And there was even Dave's report, the question, it's leaning, can it be pruned back to bring it back? There's a lot of questions, and that really, it would be for the homeowner.
No, I get that,
Yeah,
I'm just
so-
saying,
yeah, so
I'm
the
just
tree-
saying there was a balance. We had
Yes.
the one recommendation.
Yes, but we have to go through our procedure in collaboration with the homeowner. And that's really what we're trying to do.
So that's what you're going to do.
That's what we're going to do.
Great. Great. Super. Okay. Next on the agenda. A month ago, we talked about a intern for the clerk. And I said I'm going to table it at the time, and I want to go back and I want to do a work plan and come forward to say, what do we really need and what do we want, if we need anything at all. So I did that work. And as a result of going through that, we're not really, I'm changing direction here, just for the boards. This is not a clerk intern. I'm looking for somebody, an office assistant, and I'm going to summarize this up. Somebody that can work with us to help get E-code loaded up and organized. Somebody that can get us a laserfish set up that we can scan things and put them into the system. And somebody that can help with the storage room downstairs to get that fundamentally organized, because all of us, I don't care whether it's Karen, Martina, Chrissy, everybody participates in trying to do that, and it's still a problem to get these things done. So what I'm asking for is not a clerk, not an assistant to the clerk. I'm asking to hire a contracting service, a person who can do that job, demonstrated that's here to, and demonstrated could probably do that job, to do those three primary tasks, right, between now and the end of our fiscal year. There's some back office kind of stuff that we could factor in there too, but I think that's a heavy lift, a heavy workload, that I can keep somebody very busy 3 hours a week from now until 5/29/26. Not at $20 an hour, $15 an hour, right, to pay for that. So it's $2,475, split between 50% general, 25% water, 25% wastewater. Comes out of fees non-employee. We have the money to be able to do this. It's not dipping into anything we don't have. And we pay for this out of fees non-employee, and they get, what is it, Karen, $10.99 at the end, right? So I'm asking for some help to help all of us, not just the clerk's office, but Karen's office, the building planning and zoning office, all of us to get some things done that I've really been focused on for a long time to get done. So that's my pitch, right? I've put all the details here out in so that you can see what the priority is, to be able to do that, what the rate is, what the cost is, and what the time frame is. It's contained to that period of time to hire an assistant reporting to me.
Was that put on the
Cloud?
Is this different than the clerk's intern?
The wrong title was put up there. We made the edits, but
Same job
it's
description?
the same thing,
Just different title?
different title. It's not a clerk intern. It's the office assistant. Unfortunately, I missed that when I made the change. My fault, okay? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that help to do those primary tasks coming out of that portion of the budget between now and the end of the year. So, since this is under discussion, we'll just do discussion first.
So would this be something that you'd have to post? Or
Don't have to. We can make a recommendation to have somebody. It's kind of like professional services, and we can just say, here's the body, let's go do it.
but you'd have to train them on?
No, I think, yeah, we do. But
So I'm
the
saying-
training's not that hard,
No, I'm
Eleanor. Eleanor, the training's not that hard to do this, right? It's the physical work of just them doing it. It's not going to take 15 weeks to train them.
No, I'm
It's
just.
going to take an hour,
I'm just trying to figure out.
and we
Great, okay,
put them to work.
fine. So
Okay?
we have somebody who's trained already.
Who hasn't done these tasks? No. We have somebody that can do these tasks already, right? That's volunteering their time here.
No, I'm just saying we have somebody who's been working here for a while.
They don't have the capacity. That's the issue. We've been trying to do this for how many years? Forever. Even the previous clerk, we've been trying to get some of this stuff done, and we just don't have the capacity to get it done. I'm trying to get something accomplished here, something accomplished to get a person in. Maybe I can't get it all done, but I'm going to make a darn try to tackle these projects that will make our lives here in the Village Hall better, across all of us.
Even if we just get E-code sort of up and running in a way that's useful to everyone, I would be incredibly grateful for that.
Priority number 1 on the list. Priority number 2, have the storage system, which is Laserfish, which is already building planning and zoning implemented. Miranda has said, I have trained this guy to do it and be done. He can go off and do that, and then we send him to the basement.
And Miranda has no capacity.
No, right now, we're just giving Miranda another job to help the water
Oh,
department.
right, with the lead stuff.
With the lead stuff.
Right, yeah.
So, there's always a priority of everything comes in and piles on the top. All this stuff gets pushed to the bottom and never gets done. This person isn't going to be pulled away to do that stuff. This person, to me, does this. I'm being I want to get this done. I'll be honest with you.
So this is not something that's going to morph into a regular position.
I am, right now, Eleanor, I'm saying it's 15 hours a week for $15 an hour between now and the end of the year, and we're going to work our butts off to get it done. When it's done, it's done.
And so this is a change. This is a change from what we initially had, because at first we were looking at clerk intern. What you're saying is this person is now working effectively out of the mayor's office.
Correct.
At your direction.
But that's what I told you.
Right, no, I'm just being...
I told you I'm going to go back and do a work plan.
No.
Here's the work
I'm
plan.
reiterating for clarity. Because we have plenty of time.
If I'm not clear, fine.
No, well,
I guess sometimes you gotta say it back to make sure everybody's on the same
no,
page.
Rick, go ahead, I agree. You're-
So this person is really reporting to you, not to the clerk's office, with a
He's
specific.
gonna speak, he's gonna be in our office.
Well, of course, like to sit there, I understand that, but he's reporting to you. The other question is, we are in a pinch, we've been really clamping down on the money. Our spending, there was a memo that went out for spending, like to be able to help on our spending, allocating this extra $2,400 or so. We have, what you're saying is we're under in our fees non-employee line.
You could, that's what I said, and
Okay,
verified it with.
I want to make sure that what I heard is what we're doing, right? It's-
Village trustee line item, because there's not enough in the clerk treasurer, so it'll come out of the village trustee. The pack that's from the general fund will come out of the village trustee. It'll be tight on the water and the sewers, no problem.
Under the village trustee, what we have like a fees on, we have like a,
You have 2,000 left.
under which line item?
10104, 1.02.
Sorry, which one do we usually spend on, like, what does that usually cover?
That's like, if the trustees needed something or.
Oh, it's our fees, not employee.
Correct.
Got it, okay.
Okay, and there's $2,300 no right now. Okay. I mean, having a discrete set of tasks that we can get accomplished, I think that's a really good idea. And you're right, these things have been kicking around for a long time.
I said I'd come back with a work plan.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Any other discussion?
I would very much like to make sure that the E-code is complete before any other checklist on here is done, because that,
Priority number one.
priority number one, and like, not to be done concurrently with.
But there could be some some things
No,
can happen in parallel.
I know, and obviously.
Don't hand tie me.
Well, I get that, but like, our biggest issue with sort of some of this record stuff has been like digitizing resolutions, like connecting minutes to resolutions, like all of that kind of stuff.
Laserfish ties into that. as
Right,
well.
but like also having it on Eco, making it public, like this isn't just for, I don't even have access to Laserfish, right? So like, yeah.
I guess my only worry is that this will morph into another full-time position, and we just can't afford it.
That's not the proposal.
It's not the proposal, I said it's my concern, I did not accuse you of proposing.
Vote on the proposal. Not the proposal.
No.
And we had a random person walk into the office today that saw this on the agenda. You guys saw it in your email. Who just randomly walked in and offered to say, what a great idea.
Yeah, I saw that email.
I also have gotten a lot of negative feedback, so it goes both ways. Which was when it was, that was before the title was changed.
I'd like to make a motion to hire an office assistant to start next week on 3/16 and on 5/29 to do the tasks that I prioritize in the work plan.
Second, but don't we need to identify who that person is?
I can. I don't know Jaden's last name.
Jaden Anise.
What?
A-N-N-E-S-E, Anise.
Yes. Sorry. I'd like to make a motion to hire Jaden, who's currently working for us as a volunteer, doing a lot of work for us, wants to get involved in government, wants to learn about government. Here's a good way to learn. To start.
All the really sexy stuff.
And be paid $15 an hour between now and 3/16 and 5/29. Amended motion. Do I have a second? Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Thank you. Okay. Done. Moving forward. Karen.
Okay, the general fund ended the month with $77,523.10. The water fund ended the month with $60,270.09. Sewer fund ended the month with $87,507. Vouchers presented for authorization in the general fund total $82,366.91. In the water fund, total $37,067.21. In the sewer fund, $31,582.95. Asher Dam bill for $560. Comp plan, $7,938.75. Escrow bills totaling $2,032.50. And a bill for the EV charger for $1,656.11. A motion.
Can we change the title of that line from comp plan to the zoning code?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the report as submitted.
Just about
Vouchers. Second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, monthly operating statement is provided with revenue and expenditures through March 10th. The water and sewer March monthly bills went out with the water, $23,765.95. In the sewer, $30,271.80, and those are due March 27th. The April billing will include the quarterly billing. Adjustments in the water and sewer were signed off by Mayor Bassett and presented for approval.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the monthly operating statement.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and just lastly, regarding the budget, we held 2 meetings on February 24th for capital projects and fund balance, March 3rd for water, sewer, highway. Remaining meetings are March 12th for salaries and personnel, March 17th, fire, police, court, and general, March 24th, parks, zoning code update, and planning, building, and zoning, March 31st, total budget, April 14th, public hearing. And there are no budget amendments this month.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Next, in the past couple months, we've gone out to hire people that are either electricians or repair help for our truck. We've had a discussion internally here that it'd probably be good to have an on-call tree service company as well, because we tend to just go out and make calls. So I'd like to make a motion to go, a request for proposals to have the Village of Rhinebeck seek a certified arborist on call as needed for services for tree service to provide all necessary materials, labor, and equipment to complete projects.
Second.
Any discussion?
The only thing I might add to that is that if they're doing work, they'd be responsible for getting the proper permits if they're on state roads and stuff like that, just because. And the guys do, but we should make that
Doubly clear.
Doubly clear, exactly. That they're responsible for the permit. Excuse me.
We can put that in our
Yeah,
agreement.
that should be part of it. And that really only applies to state roads, as far as I know. But
So the motion is to go out for an arborist to do this work with bids due on,
Friday, 3:20 at noon.
yes, thank you.
second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
So carried. Committees. Tree Commission.
Oh. Slide it over here. Okay. We have one action item. The Reformed Church gave us a request for pruning because they're concerned that some of the limbs of the trees are scraping up their roof. And so the Tree Commission advises that the application for pruning be approved by the village board. And they use the word judiciously because you don't want to imbalance the trees, you don't want to go too far. But if they feel they need to be pruned, they should get pruned. So may I have a motion to accept the tree commission's recommendation?
Second.
What is the recommendation for? If
To
there's no application?
prune, excuse me,
There's no application.
for this was an application.
Which one?
6368.
Reformed Church.
Thank you, okay. What's the address?
6368 Mill.
No, right. And so it's for pruning, to approve the pruning.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I do, and I'm going to throw this out there, we had a longtime member of the Tree Commission, a foundation person, she was the secretary for a long time, Connie Lone. And Connie, I did not realize that Connie passed away, I believe, last month. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Apparently, suddenly. I don't know more than that. Yeah. She was a lovely, lovely, lovely person. And so the Tree Commission would like to do something in a memorial for Connie. And I'm bringing this forward because I don't know if the village board can do it, if it should be done privately, but I think it is important that it would be nice to do something for Connie. She was such a stalwart and such an important person and such a good person about all this stuff that the commission really felt like they'd like to do something. I'm not sure what the proper pathway is. Is it come through village funds? Or should we all do it privately?
I think it should be a donated tree. I don't
Okay.
think it should come out of village funds. I think we also are running into a problem where we haven't had our memorial tree policy
Right.
vetted or passed. So if we want to do it on a village park, I think we need to accelerate that particular policy.
I can
Okay.
add that, there's a few that we'll be adding to next agenda, so I can add that one.
Oh, great. Okay. That one's kind of a bag of cats, but sure.
That's okay, so are some other ones.
Okay, great.
So-
You said it's a memorial tree policy?
It's part of the installations in the village.
So,
Just an idea, just a suggestion, and I'm not sure where she's being buried or anything, but there's the natural burial, like you could donate, one could donate a tree to the natural burial ground.
I don't think we can, though.
No.
So I think what I'm going to bring back to the Tree Commission is that we should put together, for the commissioners, people who are interested, we'll put together a private donation to the village, which will then be used as, and that was really the question that I wanted answered from the village board.
I don't-
Just to lure you. I think that's appropriate, that I
Yeah.
want to bring forward.
I mean, I think we open the bag of cats if we start paying for memorials.
It's completely fine.
Yeah.
That's, just wanted to have the discussion, that's totally good.
I also hope that we get these policies somewhat in advance so that we can actually go through them now.
Yes, Eleanor, that is the plan.
Because we also have a long-standing request to put a plaque in one of the parks, and I've been holding these people off, and they're about ready to kill me. So.
The flag?
No, they want to put in a plaque.
Oh, plaque, sorry.
Okay, that's another part. That'll conclude the village tree planting will be on the 25th of April. We have our squads. And the Tree Commission will also be at the Earth Day event later in that day. On 25th,
Are you going to table?
yeah. Yes, they picked up a table.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't know?
I thought you weren't going to table at the day event.
We decided that because we have a smaller group of trees,
Yeah.
we were going to cut down on the number of planters, and some of the planters would then take the second shift and go to Earth Day. So,
Could you tell Carrie?
I believe that Mike Florence has been handling all that stuff.
Okay,
So that's on the
that's great.
I can help with you.
Okay. That's all for the Tree Commission.
Vanessa?
All right, so yeah, speaking of Earth Day, also April 25th from 1 to 3:30 at the town park. The theme this year is Recycle-a-Palooza.
Awesome.
We're going to be doing a big clothing swap. We're hopefully working with the Rotary to have people donate bicycles or talk that up, still TBD. If you have batteries that you don't want to put in the garbage, we'll have a collection center for batteries, thanks to Williams.
I have a really funny question. I have an old power, an old computer power unit, which are really hard to recycle. Can I bring that?
I don't think we're doing electronics recycling.
Okay, but it's really just a big old battery.
We'll have more details on the batteries
Thank
coming
you so
soon.
much.
And then also
They're
we're
taking double A's, right?
Yeah,
I know.
no, well, we have a list from Williams of the types of
Perfect.
batteries that we can collect, and then Williams will dispose of them properly.
Okay, thank you.
But we're also going to be doing a collection of, like plastic wrap or plastic film that you get on products when you're unwrapping them. Any sort of plastic that's stretchy, thin sheets of plastic that are stretchy. We're going to be doing a competition to collect as much of that as we can. And it's a competition run by Trex, Trex Flooring, where that company actually makes that flooring out of recycled plastic sheeting. So we're going to be, as a community, entering that competition, and you can win various prizes, but one of the prizes is like a park bench made out of the Trex material. So anyways, lots more details coming soon about the Earth Day event, but I just wanted to put that out there for people. Gather your used batteries and your plastic wrap and like the thin plastic that is wrapped up on products, and your used clothing if you want to do the clothing swap. So more details coming soon. I wanted to tell the board that we did get a proposal, an engineering proposal from Tatum Engineering regarding the HVAC and energy efficiency work for this building. And I kind of played out 3 different scenarios, if we do get the V Fire grant or if we don't, and how much of that money we're looking for that is in excess of the EECBG grant. Potentially asking Senator Hinchy for help on that one. So I figure I can share that with the board, that Excel sheet, that budget I put together, and maybe we discuss at the budget meeting for environmental that's coming up soon, okay? But I'll share it in advance. Yeah, and then I don't remember if I let you guys know, but a group of us did carpool to Albany as part of the Beyond Plastics Lobbying Day for the Packaging Reduction and Recycling Infrastructure Act, otherwise known as PREA for short. And we're forming a new plastics subcommittee. So we're looking for some exciting work to come out of that. I would like to bring a memorializing resolution to the board in support of the PREA legislation. So I'll bring that next meeting. Also, it was like 70 degrees today. So that brings to mind our amphibian friends who will be emerging from their winter slumber on rainy, dark nights that are consistently over 40 degrees. That's kind of the weather situation that Mother Nature needs. So we're starting to put up signage. It's a weird time of year, right? It's 70 degrees today, but tomorrow it's going to be freezing. So just stay tuned. And if you're interested in the amphibian migrations and how to get involved, you can find a page all about it on the village website. That's it.
Elmer.
Okay, 2 members of the Parks Committee and I met with Martina on January 30th to discuss a parks page on the village website. We set up a subcommittee to provide all the documentation and information needed to apply for a Frost Foundation grant. I'm not sure where that is right now. What we did today, we'll have to fit that in. That was to augment the $50,000 that the Lions Club Foundation had pledged for equipment. The presentation that Roger Kwan made to the board meeting last board meeting can be viewed on Panda. I just want to get that out there because I don't know, because it ran so late that practically everybody had left the meeting by the time he got to present. We were also discussing how to reimagine the kiddie area in the Lions Mini Park. Our goal was to have an attractive, inclusive, and fun play area for children and families, so we want to continue to work on that. And then that timeline has sort of been upended, and we just discussed that by the news that the drainage project won't be completed until much later than anticipated. The Lions plan to plant a pollinator garden around the sign in the mini park. They will hold their annual spring cleanup in May, and that includes hauling in mulch, so they're continuing to make that donation. We prioritized budget requests for the next year. They will be presented at the budget workshop at the end of the month. The Parks Committee will table at the Phantom Gardener. Unfortunately, Vanessa, this turned out to be the same day, April 25th. I'm sorry, yes, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I know, everything's happening the same day. We have trees. Yes, we have. Sorry, that was underway, and then by the time we found out that they had made a commitment, but next year maybe we can coordinate a little bit better. But it's good. I mean, it's all good. Yeah, it's a lot going on, so it's just going to, it's going to be a lot of running around to hit all the good stuff that's happening. And that was it.
So the implementation committee is interesting because we meet the week before this meeting happens, but the minutes that I'm talking about are from a month ago. So one of the things, we're getting a handle on priority 1 recommendations, and I, as well as John Clark and another member of the Streets Working Group, are going to, and 2 other folks are going to be meeting with Emily Dozier at Dutchess County next week to talk about all of the stuff in the comp plan that we'd like to get done sometime in the next 10 years that requires DOT sign off, help, all the rest of it, just to try and figure out how to prioritize it, how to sort of just wrap our heads around it. The whole thing just feels like a really big thing to wrap our arms around. But so I'll have more information on that once we have that meeting. I'm looking forward to it. They had a lively conversation about urban agriculture. Our current zoning code has very restrictive provisions around 4-legged animals as well as birds, fowl, chickens, as well as bees. We allow very limited 4-legged animals, and we don't allow birds at all. The implementation, the comp plan itself didn't really make a decision on that particular question, but there was a strong contingent continuing to support no chickens in the village. The implementation committee agreed with that, and also very strong opinions about this particular issue. So chickens are, at least the zoning code that will come out of the implementation committee will not allow chickens or bees. We're basically going to keep what we have in our current zoning. So if you want to hear...
Bees are not allowed in our current zoning.
No.
Beekeeping.
Beekeeping, I mean, like the existence of bees, yes, but not beekeeping.
And we can't stop a bee from being here.
Right, so no beekeeping and no chicken keeping. No fowl of any sort, actually. So if we want to have a conversation about that once we have the draft zoning code, we can open that bag of cats.
But yeah, pets are food.
Rabbits, that would be considered a pet.
Is that a pet? But if they are raising rabbits
Right, that wouldn't, well, that's four-legged, I don't know.
But you
I-
could be
I'm just
raising
curious.
chickens for food.
Right, so rabbits are not specifically mentioned. When I say four-legged, I'm thinking goats, cows.
Yeah, I
like
know, I
bigger
knew.
four-leggeds. No fowl is allowed to be raised in the village for any purpose.
You got that one.
So, yes.
I would think that if you have a pet rabbit, it's one thing, but if you're gonna open a rabbit farm,
For the
Yeah,
that's
purposes
different.
of animals.
I mean,
That's exactly.
there have been people who are raising rabbits.
Okay, well, I will take a note of that, and we can have a conversation about that. I will tell you, people feel very strongly about this in both directions. I do not feel very strongly about it in either direction, and so I always find the conversations wildly amusing. Also, we sat the implementation committee in, I don't know, August or September, and a handful of them were only appointed to a one-year term that expires on March 31st. Everyone except for one of those people has asked to be reappointed. So I'd like to put out, I'd like to make a motion to post an open member for the CPIC.
Is there any particular like flavor or specialty that you're looking for that?
So, no. Yes, I'm going to finish my motion, and to have interested people get back to us by March 20th.
So wasn't that the person who was representing the Board of Appeals?
Yes, but I have a plan for that. So we can gather interest from anyone who is interested, and I have a plan on filling the Board of Appeals part of it.
Have a second.
Second, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. I will get you like a job description for that tomorrow. Otherwise, we're having a good time.
Could I just bring up something?
Yeah.
Because I was present for the whole discussion about whether to put out a newsletter or something.
Yeah.
People don't know that the CPIC is meeting and that it's happening.
Okay.
I just really think it would not be harmful, and I don't think people would say it's boring. You know, I think that they'd find it interesting to know that there's this meeting, that there's these subcommittees, that the zoning is going on. You don't have to get into real specific details if you're not comfortable with putting out information on decisions not finalized, but I think there should be some sort of publicity on that so that people start tuning in a little bit, so they're not totally taken aback
That things are happening. Yeah, there was a conversation last week about archiving the comp plan webpage and creating a new one for this work. You know, so I was going to let folks kind of churn through that. The bulk of the conversation was, you know, do we send out a notification over the village email list of like, the implementation committee is set and it's doing work and it's thinking about things without like any real news. And the committee generally, barring some strong voices, the committee generally felt that if there's no news, then don't put out a notification. But, you know, I'd be happy to take sort of, I mean, like we talk about it in every meeting here. I know that other than the people who watch Panda and the two people sitting in the audience, like nobody knows what's going on.
I'm just saying, like, sorry,
I
Deirdre.
like the webpage idea,
But for
to
the-
move forward and,
Yeah.
as it's continuum and it's an
Maybe
easy way to
when it's
post.
updated, if the webpage is updated, you could send out an email on the village list that says, hey, check out the webpage.
Yeah.
And also, I remember how much time we spent tabling to tell people, you know, hey, we're going to be rewriting at that point, we thought we were tweaking the comprehensive plan for the village. And, you know, what is a comprehensive plan? And what's the meaning of that? And why is this important? And I think that is important because they are prioritizing, you know, the recommendations. And I do think that's an important role. And I do think people
Yeah.
should just know that. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, I heard the discussion. I'm
Yeah.
just giving you my opinion.
Okay. Noted, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I agree, like, we have this amazing plan and we're activating on it slowly but surely, and we're not talking about the activation on it. So yeah, I'll keep noodling on that, thank you. That's all I got.
Thank you. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of February 10th, 26 as amended.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from 2/24/26 as amended.
Second?
Any discussion?
Oh, those were Karen's.
All in favor say aye.
Aye. I need to abstain, I didn't read them.
Okay, special requests. The first one on the list on the agenda is Porch Fest. I'm going to table Porch Fest only because I have not had time to talk to our police department in terms of coverage, but just for everybody's information, Porch Fest is downsizing a little bit this year. It's not going to be near as big, and they're not going to have the finale over the parks and so on. So we need to go back and look at coverage and make sure we have a security plan to support that. And before I would like to bring that to the board, I would like to be comfortable with that security plan, so I'm tabling Porch Fest, okay?
I did speak with Pete. He's actually okay with the event.
I know he's okay, but
Okay.
no, there's other issues in terms of
Okay.
security that I need to talk to him. I do know he agrees with the
Okay.
concept of the plan, but
Eric?
there's some specific
Table?
issues. So that's tabled. Lions, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Lions Club A count.
Second?
Any discussion? My only concern is Rockefeller Park, as long as it's clear and open and used, as long as we can do that, I'm in favor of it as well.
You mean by clear of?
Yeah, so the Rockefeller Park, just, last year we canceled because of the weather. He has a rain date in here as well, but if there's anything, I would like to amend the motion to say, as long as everything's safe to use. Okay?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Memorial Day Parade. Coming on us real quick. Again, I'm sorry to delay this one, but I personally have not had a chance to go through the details of the security plan for the Memorial Day Parade. And as police commissioner, I know they're in favor of it and they want it, but I need to understand the security plan associated with the Memorial Day Parade, and I'll bring that forward at our next meeting. Okay? I'd like to make a motion to approve the mini park fix-up.
I don't have dates.
Where is that?
That's not in the list, but we got an email on it.
We got an email, I don't have an actual application, in lieu of the MOU being signed.
No, this is for them to do a cleanup. There was 2 dates.
Correct, and we didn't, yes, because the MOU is not signed, it's being presented as a special request, but I
Right.
don't have those dates.
I don't have them either.
Table.
Okay, table that
Table.
too.
When
Okay.
does that typically happen?
What?
When does
May.
In May?
May sometime.
Yeah. you mentioned
I do know it's in May.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Democratic Committee Village Hall use.
Second.
Any discussion?
It's all clear with you, Martina?
So far, yeah, the dates should be good.
Okay.
If there's anything already scheduling, I'll let them know and they'll pick another date, but everything so far should be good.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Who seconded?
Rick?
Okay, again, personnel, I'd like to approve vacation buyout for 35 hours for employee number 33.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to approve 80 hours for buyout for employee number 7.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And now for the best part of the meeting, as far as I'm concerned, is as we started to recognize those people who have worked for the village for many years and deserve recognition, I'd like to recognize the following people. Police Officer Darren Mondor for 22 years. Court Clerk Tricia Giacalone, 19 years. Wastewater maintenance mechanic Scott Ratchin, 10 years. Police officer Kyle Jennings, 8 years. And village clerk sitting at the end of the table, Martina McClinton, 6 years. How time flies. So I believe there's, I'm going to turn this over.
I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss a personnel issue.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hey, Walter.
Someone's previous request.
You know what, we're going to make a motion to, we're not going to vote on anything, you have to come back and vote, do we?
That's entirely up to you. I know. You can vote on it later. This is going to be a conversation.
Right, so, all right.
How long is the conversation?
Give me a second.
I don't know.
Camera's off. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'd like to make a motion to close our March meeting.
No, sorry, end executive session.
Oh, and executive session.
And the executive, and, excuse me, I'd like to mention, thank you, to close the executive session first.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to close our village meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Enjoy the weather while we got it.